Polipede works here. So I want to talk about the Glug fruit today.
Heavy drinker! Vasco shot!
In chapter 1080 of One Piece, we discover that Vasco Shot has become a booze man after eating the Glug fruit. Even though we do not see what the Glug fruit actually does for him, we can surmise what the Glug fruit has actually done to him, because unlike other times we've seen the character, he is no longer in a jovial mood. In Marineford and when teaching the boys were storming Amazon Lily, Vasco Shot was a very happy drinker, a very joyful drunk. However, now after eating supposedly the fruit of his dreams, he has become a savage. I think the Glug fruit has now prevented him from experiencing the joys of being drunk and has left him now with the negative effects of drunkenness, which could be alcohol withdrawal, or it could be when he consumes alcohol, he's in a constant state of being in a hangover. And much like his captain, it could be 10 times worse because he's the embodiment of alcohol. So where he experiences no joy, he experiences twice the amount of pain that a normal person would receive when receiving a hangover. We have had similar situations to this before, like say with Wapple, whose ability is also related to consumption, in that Wapple can never be satiated. Even though he can eat anything, he seems to be always hungry. And like Magellan, even though he is a venom man who can produce venom, he is not fully immune to poisonous things, as poison food, even though it does not kill him, it does give him irritable bowels. So I think here, Vasco Shot is in a very similar situation in that even though he can still consume alcohol, he can no longer enjoy the positive feelings from alcohol and is only left with the negative experiences of drinking alcohol, which in this case would be a hangover. So he's constantly mad because he can never get drunk, but he only experiences the hangovers that come with drinking massive amounts of alcohol. Additionally, the reddened nose is a very interesting effect, but not one we haven't seen before, like say with Kuma recently. I made a short saying that the ears are most likely a after effect of eating the pawpaw fruit because it goes along with this animal theme. So much like here in cartoons, when characters get drunk, they have a reddened nose. So that is just amplified here. Even though he's never drunk, he appears to be. He is the embodiment of drunkenness, even though he can't get drunk himself. What do I think this means for the future, seeing as how he is potentially someone who can produce alcohol, like say Magellan produces venom or how Cracker produces biscuits? I think he can produce a vast amount of alcohol and perhaps different types, and maybe now he's more of like a fire guy, so he would ignite his alcohol to create explosions or to make bombs, like Molotov cocktails, for example. Additionally, seeing as how he is now food incarnate, he's most definitely fighting Sanji, because cooking with alcohol, I don't think is something that we have really gone over that much in One Piece. It might have been mentioned offhandedly, but that is a very interesting segment of food that we have not gone over in depth, at least not to my recollection. So he is being set up to be Sanji's opponent, at least that's what I think. Especially how he seemed to have a bit of a perverted side back on Amazon Lily. It might be an interesting fight to see what happens when a man whose whole ability revolves around fire has to fight someone who can simply explode if they are ignited. Because it's often the case, if Vasco Shot is like this, a person who can just generate a certain substance, that there's a lot of weird bodily things going on. So he might be the embodiment of alcohol. So if you even have a open flame to him, he could just explode, and the explosion could be harmless to him, but not so harmless to his opponent. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Glug fruit and Vasco Shot. He has become extremely volatile and angry because he can never enjoy his true love ever again, because he has now become the embodiment of booze. Therefore, he can no longer get drunk. But as devil fruits go, he can experience the negative effects of drunkenness. But give me your thoughts. If you like stuff like this, please feel free to check out my YouTube channel, Polipede Works. And if you like what you see, I would appreciate your subscription. Thank you so much. See you next time.